Good Neir Shabbos, Good Neir Shabbos, Tavshin Pei Aleph, Parshas Ntzavim. This is it's the last week. This is the bottom of the oil, bottom of the consciousness, to the depth. Over Rosh Hashanah there's this Chachas of oil, and then Rosh Hashanah Baruch the oil is completely Nitzamtzim, and then Batkiyas, it comes in again. But Akapunim, we're at the last minutes of consciousness of this oil it's like the bottom of the barrel. Its bottom, it has all the shemets and all the everything that fell down to the bottom, which is it's called Gevuras, Tzimtzum. It plays out in many different ways, a little chaotic, building up to it. But we also know that from the bottom of Keser, from the bottom of Malchus, when I'm completely at the bottom, then Malchus turns into Keser. Malchus flips into Keser. So right now we're Malchus Datzilus, we're at the bottom. We're going through a squeeze. Befrat, now that there's so much tremendous air coming into the world, we're waking up to what's ours, to who we are. So from that, we go straight into Keser. What does Keser look like? When I'm completely surrendered. How do I surrender? How do I surrender? So the Torah tells us, gives us clear directions, gives us instructions. Last week we went into the Klalos. We already know the Klalos are just Legos. The Klalos are all full of brachas, says the Rebbe, and all the other tzaddikim. The Klalos are the brachas. So let's, if we're with the program and we believe what we're saying, what we're listening to, let's make it real. If you have the Emunah, if you have the Nesher, you're able to jump into Kavam Tzur, you're able to jump into the Kav Emunah, which is Yaakov Shepodes Avram. Yaakov is going to be the one that takes out Avram. Just with Chesed is one thing, just with Gavur, you still can't get there, but with the Kavam Tzur, I've done my Yira, I've done my Ava, now I'm jumping into the faith. And if they're saying that the Klalos are brachas, so where's the brachas? So the only way teaches us the Rebbe, all the previous Rebbes that teaches the Chabad consciousness, this oil, how we deal with it, how we open up to it, is that it's our choizer. We don't get faced by nothing. What's the question? Why did we have to go through the squeeze? So it's Torah, Atan Ntzavim Mayam Kilchem. You're all standing up. You found your center. These are all different levels of consciousness. And then there's other, the wood chopper and the warrior carrier, the children, the women, everybody. Why did I do? How are you standing? Why are you here? He made it. We shook hands. We went into to an agreement. So we can be a nation to him, to this Melech. Yes, we are yes, we are his children. Yes, we are B'nai B'chori Yisrael, and that's all that's happening, B'nai B'chori Yisrael. But he wanted also, he wants to express Melech, Malchus. So he's putting us through the process, Taka as father do to a child. Sometimes it's a rough process. So you go through the process of the ultimate rachamim, which sometimes you have to be brutal, so to speak, because we're just not getting it, and that's another sharpness in there. There's another awakening of moichen in the gevuras. That's I'm talking in the tightest and the darkest, strongest razor cutting gevuras. That's where I find another razor sharp connection to my Creator, the Archoizer, the opposite of it, in that klala. That's the power of going through the squeeze. Because he wants us to be a proper nation. He wants us to be generals, to be b'nei melachim. That Oir Panav can dominate, can be in earth, and that's going to be Shmo Yachad. Hu Shmo Yachad. Ene Mavadeh. And Torah goes on over here. I mean, every pasuk is just beautiful. From this, if you look at it this way, and then we have Hanastaris Hashem Alekeinu V'Nigislan L'Venei Ad Olam. Says Rashi, why is L'Venei Nukit? It comes to teach us that sha'afal niglas onish serabim. Even on the niglas, the rabim wasn't onish acha over yarden until they crossed the yarden. They became a raven, but became one. So first comes Matan Torah, Kriyas Yamsuf, Matan Torah. Right? Kriyas Yamsuf brought Matan Torah. That's Kriyas Yamsuf, where Alma Diskasya was revealed. And what do you find? Torah. We find who we are. You see it clearly by splitting the sea. From that place, we're Makabal Torah automatically. We know where it's at. Find that Nakuda within you, in your Teferes. Find that Nakuda of what you feel, Kriyas Yamsuf and Matan Torah, and where does that hit me? In my gut feeling. No longer do I use my gut feeling for anxiety. I use my gut feeling for intense understanding, for intense gevuras. Razor sharp gevuras to find Orchoizer, to find light, to find the power, the love, the passion. Because what's the alternative? Being stuck in the klala, being stuck in the Lego, and the Legos are just stupid. We're not built to deal with Legos. That's why there's so much pain. Because we're chewing plastic. So where in consciousness is my Kriyas Yamsuf? I went through my Kriyas Yamsuf and I received the Torah. What's the Torah? What's the Torah for Moichen and for heart and mind? Mitzrayim, the Torah was physical, because it was Shibit Mitzrayim when it came out. Now what's the new Torah? When I came in and I had Kriyas Yamsuf and I was exposed to Efer Parah, which is the Mashiach is going to be the 10th Efer. It's going to be Efer Parah, which is Torah's Mashiach, which is Chabad consciousness. This sparkle of this light, these letters are just sparking, lighting up the brain, putting the Moich on fire. So I crossed the bridge. I had Kriyas Yamsuf, and now I'm here, and now comes Ever Yarden. This is when we go into Tafshin Pei Beis. We're going over the Yarden. We're going in Ever Yarden, and this is where we become a Revim Zelazeh. I'm already understanding how it works. I'm already understanding that Ruach Aisa Ruach, wind brings wind, actions bring reactions. I see it clearly. I can be upset, I can smile, my response is a smile. I'm upset, I meet angry people. My whole life, I know how it works now. So I know that when I think positive, we're connecting to a positive energy. We're holding accountability. This is what it is, standing. Atem Netsavim. After everything you've been through, after everything that we've gone through, now we stand. You know how it works. You know what the alternative is, and you see it. So now you know. Revim Zelazeh. You're going over the Yarden, going in Tafshin Pei Beis. We're going into the Yarden, out from the Aleph. Aleph is Pella, which is it's it. That's the power in the Aleph. So we experience the power in the Aleph, and now we're going in to act it out. We're going, V'nei Yisrael, Yotzim B'Yad we start marching. Atem Netzavim, then we're going into Vayelech. This year, it's each parsha is separate. Just thinking, right? How as it applies to this, because we're not doing Netzavim Vayelech. No, we're standing. I'm taking count. I understand where I am. I feel it. I know how to feel. I know how to think. I know how to operate. I know what feeling is in my heart, and then into my gut and emotion. And from there, I start giving birth to an idea. I know I use my Yesoi to supercharge me, to go upward, not down into Tohem, but rather up into Keser. We have the letters now, Aleph Beis. We have the letters now. We know how to climb it. We know how to start walking already. So this year is going to be, we're going into last Shabbos. There's excitement. There's tremendous excitement. We're here. We made it. Through the whole squeeze, we already know where the light is, how it works. When there's chaos, when there's toyu, there's light for the Bnei Yisrael. There's light in their dwelling places, which is my heart, which is my Beis Hamikdash, which is where the Beis Hamikdash Shel Eish is, which is the third Beis Hamikdash that won't be able to be put out, because each and every one of us will bring a letter, my ois, my happiness. So I'm accountable. You're walking over the Yarden. I'm not waiting anymore to blame anybody. I'm not waiting for somebody to do. I'm doing this in Yechida for myself, with myself, to my ones, to my body. And through Torah's Rabbeinu, we need direction. This is not something that we need clear directions. How we do this. Anyway, so L'chaim, have an awesome Shabbos, and yes, L'chaim, good Shabbos.